Hey everybody, Thomas here. Finally, after 3 weeks of looking for morels, we found the first morel, which is worth some money. It's kind of something we do. So we're gonna put that in our laundry bag and everything, but we're also out here collecting trash from, unfortunately, previous people who just threw stuff out way back when, and we're just cleaning up after them. So
you're allowed to pick up trash because stuff will get stuck in it.
That's right. We just found a piece of trash that had a ring-necked snake in it, and we almost threw it away. But we got the snake's kind of cold right now. But anyways, back to the morels. Evie's got the first morel. That's worth it's $5, I say. First one of the season. All right, so we're gonna continue. When she said, "Hey, Dad, look, a morel," I said, "Yeah, right," because we've been down here a lot and we haven't found any. But we're gonna continue our search. It has just begun. The boys are running late. They're gonna miss out. Okay, so we're all finding morels all over the place right now, which is great because this is where we found them last year. So I've got a little one right there, got one right there, got one right there. And what I'm gonna do is I got my little bag here. I'm gonna do this one-handed as I'm filming everything, but just kind of like cut off the base. Cha-ching! And there's a little morel right there. Last year, the 24th of March is when we found morels. And this year, it's crazy because like we've been looking for weeks, absolutely weeks. And now it's April 7th and we're just now starting to find them. And the kids, I mean, I don't know how many Evie's probably found 5 or 6. There's another one over there. And in fact, some of these look like they've been up for a couple days. We've had days and days of rain, so we've lost a couple due to the water. Tommy also found a deer skull.
2 morels so far.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna have fun out here. I'm glad we're finally finding these. Right now, we're finding these in a swampy bottom. Yep, I saw that one too. There's a couple dead ones there. Finding these in a swampy bottoms around privet. Swampy, sandy bottoms around privet, and we're also picking up a lot of trash. So that's the hint right now. Swampy, sandy, privet. Okay, so we are continuing to find a ton of them, and I told the girls, I said, how about this? Y'all get the morels. You can see Evie's bag is quite full. Katie's got a couple there too. I said, I will pick up the trash and carry this around. Y'all go find me some morels so we can have for dinner, and tomorrow maybe we can see if we can store some of these morels. But I don't have my hands full just picking up all the trash. But this is an awesome way to get the kids outdoors. Again, no specific trees other than it's in this really thick, swampy area with privet. Tommy found some pretty big ones. Evie found some pretty big ones, but we're gonna head down further. Some of these looks like they've been up for a couple days, and unfortunately they're starting to brown a little bit right now. And that's okay. Still okay to eat, but we really want to get those fresh, yellow-looking ones. And last year, the newer ones were further down this creek here. Continue to follow the creek down, and we'll see if we can. Oh, I see a pile of them over there. We'll see if we can show some more signs of what to look for. Okay, the kids are working their way through that thicker part. I see a morel up there by that hickory tree up there, Tommy. At the base of that little tree right here in front of me. You see it? Right there.
Yeah, I see it now.
All right, pick that one. All right, so we're gonna get to looking on this hillside here, but really it seems like the majority of them are here in the basin area. Find a couple on the hillside. Yep, she's just finding them. It's like Easter hunting for morels. Awesome. So again, we're in Carroll County, Tennessee. We've been looking for weeks, absolutely looking for weeks, and also in the same area. So over the 4 days, it's been raining nonstop. We haven't been out to this piece of property, and all of a sudden they just all pop up like right away. So don't give up hope. That's a big one. I can see that from here. I can see it, another one in front of you. Wow. I mean, dang, everyone's kicking our butts. Anyways, don't give up hope. We walked for 3 miles yesterday, didn't see a single thing on our other property, and we're hunting the same type of areas with privet and stuff like that. But I said, let's go over to our property on Highway 70. Let's go similar area where we found last year, and we are just find a ton of them. Evan, let's see how big your bag is. That's impressive. That is impressive. There's probably 20 or so in there already, maybe more. Awesome. Oh, see, unfortunately, you can see right here, this is an old one. This one's too old, can't really do anything with that. But they've already, we'll just grind it up. I did see a video where some guy ground up morels and threw them out. So any old ones I find, I'm going to do that, and we'll see what happens for next year. All right, we continue. I don't know how, maybe you can look back in the video. I walked past all of these. Evie did too, but Tommy just found like 5 or 6 here.
One right here, one right here, one right here, one right here, one
Yep.
right there.
I mean, you can see how well they're hidden in there.
Yeah, they're pretty hidden.
They're pretty hidden, yeah. So there you have it. We are in the morels.
You pick it, pick it.
So much fun for the kids. Hey, Katie,
What?
let's not drag the bag through the water.
Oh.
That bag's looking kind of a little worse for wear. And don't smash it. There we go. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Let me dip it.
There's more over there. Again, we haven't gone but maybe 250 feet into the woods. We've already collected 1 bag of trash over there. So we are cleaning up as we go.
Wait, that's not one.
And we are finding them, which is awesome. So I need to get out there because I'm just letting the kids do everything. Man, my score is pretty low right now on points. All right, let me get through here. So Daniel's got a couple big ones over here.
I fell in my broke.
Yeah, he fell, 1 broke. It's fine. I think we're doing good on morels for right now. Evie said she found a few more. Yep, there we have it. So again, these are a little bit older. Unfortunately, these probably popped up 2-3 days ago during the storm. We just have not been able to get out here. But again, we're going to use them. This is good. This is really good for the kids. Really good to get out on the property. Super happy that we're finally finding. Here's a morel. That we're finally finding them. Oh, there's a couple here. There's one there, one there, one there. Look at these suckers. That's a nice little specimen right there. Not too shabby. All right, Evan, throw it in your bag. Your monstrous bag of morels. Oh, you kicked that one up.
I did.
Yeah. Pinch off the base. A little bit of dirt on these, but not too bad. And that one there. Okay. Let's see. I mean, there's probably hundreds that we're missing, to tell you the truth. We're doing this pretty late in the evening. I told my wife, she kind of missed out. Ooh, I found some more trash. It's just like the littlest bottle of probably softener or something like that. But yeah, we are absolutely crushing it. Katie still has a toad. Hey, Katie, let's go ahead and leave the toad here, okay? Let me see the toad. Yep, he says, please let me down, little girl. You're scaring the crap out of me. There you go. There you go. Let him be. Let him be. Let him be. Oh, country girls. All right. Well, there's an old can of probably tuna fish or cat food or something. Yeah, don't kill them. All right, we continue. Okay, so Evelyn found this neat little patch right here. So we got a couple ones right there, one over there next to her giant bag, and then, yep, another one over there. She's crushing it. She's definitely crushing it. I'm on our 2nd bag of trash, so that's good. Finding weird things down here in the creek. Tommy's found a few more out there, but we're just kind of working our way down and just having a good time. We'll scour back over the same area tomorrow because it's kind of late in the evening. So when the kids get off from school, we'll come out here and hopefully get these. There was a frost advisory this morning, but I believe we're going to be okay for tonight. If we had another hard frost or something like that, that could really hurt the morels, but it's part of it. That's why we're trying to get as many as we can right now before it gets too dark. It's about 7:30 or so, no, maybe not that late, maybe 7 o'clock at night. And we're just kind of perusing. Again, the privet. I don't know what it is about privet, but last year privet was the hot ticket. This year privet seems to be a hot ticket. We're just finding them in the privet areas. we're about to have a little dry spell of not a whole lot of privet. There's still a little bit here. Then we get into a really thick area where we found just 42 of them, really nice ones last year. So here we go. Okay, Evelyn, eagle eye over here. So there's one there. There's one right there. So again, these are blending in pretty well. I'm gonna help Katie pick the other one there. There you go, that'll work. They're blending in pretty well, but the kids are doing great. And I'm just out here picking up old jelly jars and crap like that. I'm sure someone's gonna review some of this footage and be like, you missed 10 on the hillside, you didn't see them? I'm like, nope, sure didn't. Sure didn't. Okay, just thinking about this, some of the things that would be helpful when you're going morel hunting. We get these little laundry bags or anything. We've got various sizes. Evie's got the big bag because she's absolutely killing us when it comes to finding morels. Dana's got a little bit smaller bag there. And then we also have little knives. You don't have to use a knife, but I don't know. There's some people that are all about it. Yeah, you found a tree. But yeah, so we also, when we're coming out here, we of course carry our trash bags too, because we like to clean up the property as we can. You know, back in the day, way back when, people used to just kind of throw trash out on a ditch, ravine, whatever. Well, over the years, as the rains wash everything down, this is what we get. And we just had some historic rains here in Tennessee. I think our area experienced about 15 inches of rain over 4 days. Absolutely massive. So really all you need is a bag to put the morels in. Try not to use a grocery bag. We have in the past before, but if you use like a mesh bag, it allows for the spores to be kind of transmitted out. And if we find any old morels that are kind of like dried up and stuff like that, right now what we're trying to do, because I saw a video on this, is we're kind of crumbling them up in our hands and then kind of just spreading them out in the same area. And hopefully next year we'll even have more than we have this year, because we've already seeded last year's allotment of morels in just one day today. And so far, like I said, privet's been the key producer, but it has to be dark areas. If the sun has been fully exposed to the area, we're not really finding it. So in this area here, we don't have a lot of cover, so we're just not finding them here. And of course, sandy, low-lying areas has always been good for us. So the area we're about to get into in front of us, as you see, is a sandy, low-lying area and with lots of privet. I don't like privet in the least, but privet definitely produces some cover for these morels. We've also been finding a few on the hillsides, but I don't know. Evelyn, have we found more on the hillsides or more on the bottom?
I found more on the hillsides, but most of y'all have found them on.
And that's probably because of this torrential rain. As you can see, the ground in front of us, it's just washed out with a whole lot of sand and everything. There might have been morels here that just got washed away. Well, I think quit jabberjawing for a bit here, pick up some more of this trash, and we'll get into the area we really found them last year. Okay, so this is the section we were waiting to get to. Again, really sandy bottom, tons of freaking privet. And Evelyn just found the first one. And these are getting hard to see because water was actually over top of this morel just probably 2 days ago. So these are going to be a little bit challenging. And we're going to have to really wash these morels up because they are underwater. And that also probably means...
Oh, look, this one's halfway in the sand.
Yeah, so there's a perfect example. Shows you that's going to be a sandy morel. We're really going to wash these things up.
Oh, it came apart.
Yeah. So that's what I was kind of concerned about based on the amount of... Whoa! That's not good. I am totally well past my ankle. Yep. That's the problem we're having. We had so much rain. We're probably going to lose most of the morels that were down here because they were just washed out. There's some out here, but it's going to be slim pickings in this super sandy area just based on the amount of rain we got. So we're going to check the hillsides. Daniel's been waiting forever to cut this morel. There we go.
I found.
All right, now throw it in the bag, Daniel.
Found snail.
Okay, you got to put it in the bag.
I want to have a snail. I want the snail. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, we're here at the house now. Tons of morels in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to gently put them here into the pan. We're going to figure out how many we have. We'll run some cold water over them, soak them, drain them a few times and everything. Okay, we had a total of 76 morels, and there's actually more, but we have a whole lot of like little pieces in the bag here that I'm going to go ahead and kind of just throw out into the woods and see if we can get some more to sprout up from it. But yeah, so 76. You can see they've got a couple ants coming out of here right now. Nothing too bad. The kids did a really good job. I'm really proud of them. They Evelyn was by far the best morel finder out there. They all had a blast, and that's all good. And we're just gonna let these soak for a little bit, get all these bugs and critters that come out, and then we're going to rinse it a few more times, because you can see there's quite a few little ants in there. But we're gonna rinse these a few more times, and then we'll pat dry them and everything and get them ready for storage, and we'll cook these up tomorrow. So super exciting. Okay folks, now we're gonna cut away and show you some outtakes from the 3 to 4 weeks that I've been filming trying to get morels on film. They're pretty funny. We had a whole lot of rain, so we're gonna be like out there in creeks. We're gonna be, you know, walking on the backside of the dam, looking at the spillway, anywhere there's water. But for us, the big takeaway was sandy soil, privet trees, low-lying area like a creek or something like that, and areas that were not in direct sunlight. That was the kind of like the 4 takeaways and everything for finding the morels this year. And it was kind of the same last year. We did not find any morels out here in like the hardwood area. We only found them in those creek bottom areas. So I guess that's what we're gonna have here in Tennessee. When we were in Missouri, we found them on the edges of creeks, and kind of like, of course, rocky area because it's Missouri. But for the most part, that's kind of like where we're finding them here in Carroll County, Tennessee. All right, so stay tuned for some good clips and everything, and the dogs, the kids, and just things we found around the farm. Another good sign, which I've talked about many a times before, are May apples. When you see all these green things that pop up, these are May apples. This is before the flowers sprout, and the flowers sprout on the bottom side. Let's see if we can look at an older plant here. Well, don't see it yet, but the flowers will sprout out on the bottom side of the plant. It's pretty interesting. All right, we will continue heading down to the creek, which I can see in the distance. It is ripping and roaring. Okay, so Katie right here is showing you that's where the little flower will branch out afterwards. Did you see one? Oh yeah, so Evelyn found one here that has bloomed. That's the little bloom of a mayapple. Mayapple is a very distinctive smell. Oh, here's another one right here. Almost like a peppery type smell and everything. And you can see those little buds on there too. So there you have it. All right, let's get down to that creek. Bye, Thomas here. Take a look at this turtle here. Daniel, know to go save him?
Yes.
I don't know if he's doing okay or not. Grab him, grab him, grab him, grab him.
Grab him. By the tail, by the tail.
Oh, there he goes.
Here, I'll get him.
There he goes. He's making his way through. I don't know where he went to. There he is. He's underneath the stump. Okay. Yeah, he needs some help. There he is. Yep, get him. Get him. Get in there. You've got your boots on. Go get him. Don't let him drown. Don't let him drown. Don't let him drown. There you go. All right, come over here. Let's see what he is. Okay, so he would be fine, but we weren't sure what kind of turtle. All right, well, good deal. So anyway, just leave him on the bank and see what he wants to do. He's got a little bit of chip in his shell, or is that a leaf? Is that a chip in his shell or a leaf? That's a leaf. Okay. But anyways, we may have saved him, but maybe not. All right, we'll go ahead and put him right there on the hillside, Tommy. Hey, everybody, Thomas here. And as you can see, we found a little box turtle here. Well, really, Jenny found it. And Jenny's like, oh, I like box turtles. But so the box turtle's hiding right now. This is a good indication right now. See, these all closed up. Anyway, it's a good indication that morels are going to be out, because once we start seeing the box turtles like this, we often see the morels, because these turtles love to eat morels. They just go around, along with the turkeys and everything else, but they just go around looking for morels, looking to start laying their eggs, and going from there. All right, we're going to get back to look for morels. Come here, Jenny. Come on. Whee! She's one of them jumping dogs. Come here, Daniel. Jump for it. Oh, she didn't clear that one. Come here, Lucy. Daniel, I don't think you're going to clear that, bud. And that's deep water.
Daniel,
You'll
no.
swim in that if you fall.
Are you going to do it?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Wow, he made it. I didn't think he was going to make it. And that is deep water.
I know you can't get across.
This whole swamp bottom, though, I'm glad the kids aren't afraid, because there's a lot of snakes down here. But we're having a good time. The dogs are loving it. This is very surprisingly deep. I can see there's a little fish over there. But this water right here, I'm not kidding you, is probably 8 foot deep. It is no joke deepo. We're out here in this bottom area looking for morels. We were out here the other day and we came across where a beaver dam was, and we're gonna head down to that beaver dam and take a look at that. So you can see we have a river dog. There's a river dog right there. Come on, Annie. She's like, it's way deeper than I thought, Daddy. Oh, and here comes the rain. It's gonna rain. All right, we're gonna head over here to this beaver dam. Come on, Annie. It's about to be a big wet mess out here. Get across some of these little mini creeks here. Oh boy, almost got wet. Like really wet. All right, that beaver hut or dam, whoo, the lake is really high right now, so we might not be able to get to it. We're gonna keep on walking though as far as we can. We gotta start heading back before the lightning and everything starts getting bad. But we've had some absolutely monumental rain. I think that's the beaver dam there, which means that the lake is probably up 3, if not more feet, which is really high for our lake. So I can get across here. Yeah, this was the beaver dam here, which is not really a beaver dam anymore. Yeah, this was the beaver dam, Tommy. It was right here. Tommy, there's nothing but water up there. That's full-blown lake. This is where the beaver dam was. It was right here. It's just a couple feet under water right now. He's like, it's deep. Daddy, it's deep. It's really deep. Help her up. Help her up. She's like, I can't get up the bank. Help me, Dad. Tommy. Help me, Tommy. Help her up. There you go. Whew. As you can see, that just shows you how deceptive this is. This is a really steep drop off. Evelyn, use that stick and let's get an idea of how deep this water is right here. I mean, it's feet deep. Look at that. She hasn't. Okay, so pull that stick up again. So that's like almost 5 foot deep. Yep. All right. The rain's kind of held off a little bit, but we're gonna go. Oh, a tree fell down. That's part of a red oak tree that fell down over there. All right, let's go find something that's not flooded up ahead of us. Folks, we didn't find any morels yesterday, and I was trying to show how high this lake has risen. This lake's risen probably 7+ feet. This is insane. I've never seen this before. It's a 110-acre lake, and it's probably a few more acres right now. And we have water that goes back up into this dry creek way up in there. The point's another, I don't know, 80-90 feet past me, somewhere out there. It's up to my fire pile over here. It's absolutely insane. I had some chairs that were sitting out here yesterday. They may have floated away. I don't know where they went to. I couldn't get out there yesterday. This is insane. Absolutely insane. So as we're over here, we found a derelict boat. Not doing too good, but the emergency spillway is in fact spilling over. We're gonna walk down here because I've never actually seen this spill over before. And there's a couple feet of water out there. There's at least 2 feet of water. But we're gonna see what this looks like over here. Okay, so there's the water flowing down this hillside. It's gonna eat out pretty good. There's a deer trail right here. I'll come on down here a little bit lower. Okay, so here's at the bottom of the emergency spillway. It's been eating out the ground so much, created a giant waterfall. This red oak tree, it ate out the roots underneath of there. It goes underneath of the ground here before she comes out over here. My concern is, I've never seen it come over the emergency spillway. My concern is all the trees here in front of us, all these trees are gonna come down just because it's eating out underneath of there. And that's just a massive, I mean, it's there ain't nothing supporting it. So those trees probably come down, which means that this fencing here is probably gonna get ripped out. Let's go over and check out the actual spillway. Here is the normal spillway from the lake, and as you can see, that's a good flow of water right there. Heads down that way. Looks like there's some type of drain pipe over there. Not exactly sure where that's coming from, but that's a flow of water right there. That is definitely a flow of water. There was some geotech cloth down here and all these rocks, and it's moved a little bit around, but not too bad. I do see some apples over there and something on that log over there. I'm gonna take a look. Maybe it's some morels. But we were actually out here on the lake, like I said, just fishing around and wanting to see what the water looked like, because we hadn't seen it ever flowing over the emergency spillway. I've seen this flowing pretty heavily before, but nothing like what we saw up on top of the hill. Well, I hope you found this video interesting. It was fun to film over the past couple weeks. We've been doing a lot of exploring with the kids out in the woods and everything. Absolutely a ton of fun. We were out there hunting morels in the rain, hunting morels in the sun, hunting morels, you know, in the daytime, the morning, the night, whatever. It was fun. My wife went out the other day and she also got another 50 some odd morels and everything. So we've had, you know, 130-ish morels or something like that throughout the season. We had a big party at my parents' house where we made up sauteed morels. We made up fried morels with Italian breadcrumbs, fried morels with like a batter that we got from up in Wisconsin. And we also made, with all the bits and pieces, we took those morel pieces, put them into a gravy and put them over top of mashed potatoes and stuff like that, and some chicken and all sorts of stuff like that. It was fantastic. So we ate like, you know, we had morels growing out our ears and everything, because we did. We had all those morels, and we gave a lot of morels to friends down in Memphis, up here in Carroll County, and stuff like that. But we just gave a lot of people morels. They're a very short season, maybe about a weekish or so, maybe a little bit longer. There are some people saying like, oh, you can get them for a little bit longer, but based on our weather here, we usually have about a week or so of good morel hunting. And then you start finding really the old ones and stuff like that. It was great. We are also gonna save some of the morels. We're gonna try freezing some. We don't have a dehumidifier right now, or dehydrator, excuse me. It's in storage, but we're gonna try go ahead and freezing some of them and see if that works. Other than that, we look forward to this 1 week here in Tennessee where we get to look for these morels hardcore. Then we eat morels until we're full on morels for a while, and then next year we'll do it again. So again, please like, subscribe, fun little video. We'll see you around. Thanks.